Don't look so concerned. It's going to be fine.
I think you're live.
Oh, are we live? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We know we're live. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
We're going to wait one more minute before we kickstart this so that we actually go live on time. Oh, we've lost a viewer already. They saw our faces.
They realized we're coming from an apartment in New York, but not that kind of webcam.
Okay.
All right.
Director, are we ready to start?
I think so.
Okay. Welcome to the very, very first broadcast, all of you. Millions of people tune in for the Oscars, and we're going down that same route for bars. There are way more bartenders than there are actors, I'm pretty sure of it. So,
well, most of them are actors.
yeah, especially in LA, my friends there. And we are, for the very first time, going to announce the top fours. Those are the lucky people that will get a chance to win one of the Spirited Awards for 2014.
So it's been a fantastic year in terms of this has been the biggest and I think the most comprehensive Spirited Awards nomination process yet. We received over 2,000 individual nominations for bars, bartenders, bar teams from all over the world. Over 50 countries had a bartender or a bar team nominated, and 135 judges were given the difficult task, both in the USA and around the world, of whittling that down to a list.
Our job was to oversee the judges, make sure they were doing their job properly, and they did. A wonderful group of judges this year, and they yielded the top 10s, which hopefully you've all seen now, and now we're about to tell you the top 4 for 2014 Spirited Awards.
All right, good luck to all the nominees.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shall we kick it off?
Kick it off, Jacob.
All right, so the very first category, our top 4 for the coveted prize of American Bartender of the Year. Our top 4, Jeff Bell from PDT in New York, Marco Dionysus from Smuggler's Cove in San Francisco, Bobby Hugel from almost every bar in Houston, and Sean Kenyon from Williams & Graham in Denver. Congratulations.
Now we go to those wonderful people with the expense accounts, the brand ambassadors. This year, a great mix. Brooke Arthur from House Spirits. Chris Patino, you finally got yourself a nomination in the top 4. From Pernod Ricard's portfolio. The wonderful Naya White, who gives us wonderful Japanese whiskey from Suntory. And of course, the man with probably one of the best training and education programs in the business. Actually, not probably, the best training and education program in the business, Mr. Angus Winchester, Tanqueray Gin.
Moving on now to Best American Cocktail Bar, I think one of the most tightly fought categories. Our top 4, Cannon from Seattle, The Dead Rabbit from New York, Smuggler's Cove from San Francisco, and Williams & Graham from Denver. Congratulations to all our top 4. Amazing bars.
And now for the Best American High Volume Cocktail Bar, those bars that bang out cocktails like maniacs and make sure they're still good. We have the one and only and the wonderful hangout for many, many bartenders and brand ambassadors, employees only. The very new and wonderfully sexy bar in downtown LA, Honeycut, David Kaplan, well done, and Alex Day. We now have Eric Castro's amazing new bar in San Diego, Polite Provisions. And finally, for this category, San Francisco's Trick Dog. And
then for Best American Restaurant Bar, some of our favorite spots getting nominated here. Clyde Common from Portland, Gramercy Tavern from New York, The Nomad in New York, and then back out on the West Coast, we have Nopa from San Francisco.
I know a thing or two about hotel bars. The nominees, the final 4 nominees for this year's Best American Hotel Bar go to Clyde Common, the Hawthorne in Boston, Sable Kitchen and Bar in Chicago, and the Spare Room, the fantastic bowling alley in Los Angeles for the Roosevelt.
Now the Best New American Cocktail Bar. From New York City, we have Attaboy.
Go Sammy. Go Mickey.
From Austin, we have Half Step. From Chicago, 3 Dots and a Dash. And back in New York City, the wonderful ZZ's Clam Bar.
Congratulations to Thomas. Lots of great drinks there. Okay, Bar Team is our new category this year. Obviously, the awards have definitely celebrated the individual, but a great bar truly comes down to a great bar team. So the nominees for this year's Best American Bar Team for the first time ever, we have Attaboy, Sammy and Mickey again.
Indeed.
Employees Only, Trick Dog, and Williams and Graham in Denver.
Now we head out to the international awards, where 50 judges from across the planet were put together to try and give us the very, very best, both geographical spread and also the highest standard from around the world. So we start with International Bartender of the Year, and again, 4 phenomenal nominees. From the Artesian Bar in London, Simone Caporali. From 28 Hong Kong Street in Singapore, Zdenek Kastanek. From High Five in Tokyo, Hidetsugo Ueno-san. And from the American Bar at the Savoy, Tom Walker. Congratulations.
Very happy that Jacob had to pronounce all of those names on live air. Good job.
Thank you.
Now, there are only a few people in the world with bigger expense accounts than American brand ambassadors, and that's international brand ambassadors. And I think I'm saying, did you win it last year?
I'm afraid I did, yeah. But
so
this year it's going to go to a deserving winner.
I won it in 2007. This is hence why I look like an old fart. Best international brand ambassadors, the nominees, the final 4 for 2014. David Cordova from Bacardi. Giuseppe Gallo, a man who's done enormous amounts for the category of vermouth, from Martini and Rossi. David Piper, a man who talks about cucumbers, along with Charlotte and Jim and the rest of the cucumber clan at Hendrick's Gin. And of course, representing Belvedere Vodka, Claire Smith. Fantastic,
congratulations. All right, so best international cocktail bar, and an amazing spread around the world here. From Singapore, 28 Hong Kong Street. From Edinburgh, Bramble. From Paris, Candelaria. And finally, from Amsterdam, Door 74.
Okay, on to the best international high-volume cocktail bar. 2 representatives kickstarting this, both from Melbourne. We know you can drink in Melbourne, so this is great. The Black Pearl, it was the attic at the Black Pearl in Melbourne. And Eau de Vie in Melbourne. Congratulations. And then moving across the other side of the world to London, we have the London Cocktail Club.
Fantastic.
And finally, Schumann's Bar in Munich.
Congratulations. All right, and another new category for us this year was Best International Restaurant Bar. So our 4 finalists here, the Bon Vivant in Edinburgh, Delicatessen in Moscow, Hawksmoor Spitalfields in London, and the Blind Pig at the Social Eating House in London.
Congratulations. See you for dinner very soon. Best International Hotel Bar.
Again, another category you've single-handedly kept alive.
And London dominates the Final 4 this year, but London is one of those places that really holds a high torch in the standards of really great hotel bars. And we see those boys, the very entertaining boys of the Artesian at the Langham Hotel in London, start off our list of 4. Then we move across the other side of London to the Beaufort Bar at the Savoy Hotel. I have to add at this point, if you've been to both of those bars, you have spent a lot of money already. Then we have a bar that's sort of appeared in this year's list, which is great to see, the Black Angels Bar in Prague. Fantastic little underground bar there.
It's where London hotel bars get their hotel bartenders from.
Yeah. And then finally, the Connaught Bar at the Connaught Hotel.
Congratulations, 4 incredible hotel bars there, and all worth a visit.
And all really expensive cocktails.
All right, another new category for us this year was to reward the best new international cocktail bar. Again, 4 fantastic nominees. The Blind Pig at the Social Eating House in London. Hello Sailor from Sydney. Nola in London. And White Lion, also from London. Congratulations.
And finally on this international list, we have Best International Bar Team for the very first time. Those boys in 28 Hong Kong Street, boys and girls should I say, have turned up. 28 Hong Kong Street, Singapore. Then the American Bar at the Savoy up there as well. Back again, the Artesian, the team at the Artesian at the Langham in London. And then the boys at the Black Pearl in Melbourne.
And girls.
And girls.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't meet any of them when I was there last time.
You probably can't remember.
I don't. The time warp that is the Black Pearl.
And again, we to try and give a little more rigor and raise the standards yet again for the Spirit Awards. For our writing awards, we also took nominations from all over the world, a lot of fantastic writers and publications nominated, and then set up a separate judging committee just for the writing, based around a dozen of the writers and journalists that we respect, and they made the final decisions here. So our first category in writing is Best Cocktail and Spirits Writer, so it's not for a book. Toby Cicchini from the USA, Paul Clark from the USA, Jeffrey Morgenthaler from the USA, and then, well, I guess New York City is its own place, Robert Simonson. 4 incredible deserving winners who've flown the candle, mixing my metaphors,
Yeah.
who have flown the flag for incredible cocktail writing for many years.
Yeah, amazing 4 writers there. Fantastic. So now over to publication. Best cocktail and spirits publication this year. And the first one on the list is Camper English's Alcademics.com. And then we have and they do an English version, so that's how we know the judges did their job properly, but from France, Ginger Magazine, which is a new publication and very beautifully done if you haven't seen it. Of course, the ever popular and beautifully published Imbibe Magazine, The Pride of Portland. And finally, a newcomer to the world of drinks, based in New York, Punch.
Fantastic. And then 4 very, very deserving books, again, a really fantastic category with a very high standard. This award is the Best New Cocktail or Bartending Book. Beach Bum Berries, Potions of the Caribbean by Jeff Berry. The Curious Bartender by Tristan Stevenson. The Drunken Botanist by Amy Stewart. And then finally, Cocktail Culture by Sean Sewell and Nate Cordell. Congratulations, 4 amazing books there that should be on every shelf.
So now, Best Bar Mentor, an award that was created for those that really inspire the industry but that aren't necessarily around behind the stick as often as they once used to be. These people have obviously done the occasional guest bartending, will tell you how to bartend even though they've stopped bartending, but they are great teachers of our industry. To lead up this list, there's a guy that has done a heap for the industry, especially in the last couple of years. Actually, no. Actually, when you were at that vodka from New Zealand as well, you were doing a lot, Mr. Vodka Professor. Anyway, Jacob Rye's got a nomination. From Boston, a man that has taught many a great bartender in that area and gone on to open 3 fantastic bars, Mr. Jackson Cannon. Congratulations. No, this next man doesn't really need an introduction, but he wants one always. Written probably one of the greatest cocktail books of the last 5 years, the PDT Cocktail Book, obviously opened a great cocktail bar that does really good hot dogs, and of course parodied the speakeasy with his telephone box, Mr. Jim Meehan. Congratulations.
Indeed.
And finally, a guy that's been on the top list of best mentor for the last 5 years and actually never won it, and he appears on this list yet again from Employees Only, and now my partner at the 86 Company, Dushan Zarek.
Congratulations. Okay, so for the world's best cocktail menu, again, this was very, very hard fought. This is an amazing category, and every year we're blown away by the standard, the quality that goes into the drinks, but also the quality of the production of the menus themselves. So from Chicago, one of our 4 finalists, the Aviary. From London, the very deserving Nightjar. From New York City, we have Pouring Ribbons. And then in San Francisco, a clear crowd favorite, Trick Dog.
Very, very popular little cocktail menu list there. Okay, best new product. Definitely an award close to my heart. 4 great products here. One of them actually not even a spirit this year, but a very fun machine, which we'll get to in a second. But the first on the list, and then if you haven't noticed, we're going in alphabetical order, is Ancho Reyes.
Fantastic.
Then the next on the list is that wonderful man, Jason Crawley, who had a very, very, very silly and ambitious plan to recreate the Imperial shaking machine. He did it. I think it works. It looks beautiful in all the pictures. But congratulations, Jason. Can't wait to have a round. Next on the list, the very, very popular Del Maguey's Iberico. Instead of using a chicken, I think they used a ham this time, and to make another fantastic mezcal.
The world's best product I can never taste. People tell me it's amazing. I'll take the word for it.
You just have to bump into Misty. She's always got some on her. And finally on the list, the delicious Martini Gran Lusso Vermouth.
Fantastic. And then our final award is for the world's best drink selection. And this honors either bars who have a particular selection of either a category which is covered exhaustively with spirits you can't find anywhere else, or perhaps what our judges felt was the most complete range of drinks across all categories. 4 very, very deserving finalists. From London, the Connaught Bar at the Connaught Hotel. From New York City, the Dead Rabbit. From Portland, the Multnomah Whiskey Library. And then finally, a favorite of almost everybody in the industry, from San Francisco, Tommy's. Fantastic. Congratulations to each of those finalists.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal list of bars, a few repeats. As Jacob said at the beginning, over 2,000 nominees, 135 judges. Countless days and hours of going through data. You know, thank you to the team that did that, Claire and John Darragon, and we finally come up with the final 4 to share with you. Of course, there are many amazing bars that didn't make it, which is always sad because, you know, in fact, I was the curse. 2 people I voted for this year didn't even get into the top 10, so I was like, I better stop voting. But
we no longer vote for anyone. That's why. If you're not happy with the nominees, it's not our fault.
It's so true.
But there's some phenomenal across every single category. I think 4 truly amazing finalists. And thank you very, very much to our 135 judges from across the USA and across the world who had the very difficult job of trying to rank and decide between amazing nominees of phenomenal caliber.
And the final thing to mention is there are obviously 2 awards that aren't listed here that don't have final 4s, and that will be for World's Best Cocktail Bar that you'll find out on the night, taking all of the winners from past years and putting them into a pool that will be voted on by our panel, and then there will be a Lifetime Achievement Award winner, as always.
Fantastic.
So, I think Jacob has a flight to catch. I need an afternoon nap. We thank you for tuning in, especially my mum. Oh, yep. And anyone that tuned in from overseas as well. The press release will go out maybe
in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The press release will go out in 10 minutes to confirm everything that we've just said, and we appreciate your time.
Cool. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, I believe there's a question and answers,
The
or
only question we have is whether you're drinking a daiquiri.
We should be drinking a daiquiri, but Simon has a rum and I have a rum, so it was a little...
I'm drinking Jacob's martini.
Fantastic. Thank you all so much for joining us, and congratulations to all of the nominees. And when you're out and about in the bars over this weekend, be sure to congratulate your favorite bartenders wherever you find them, and the bars themselves. Amazing talent and caliber being rewarded.
Cool. And finally, don't shoot the messengers.
Yes.
Look forward to announcing the winners at Tales of the Cocktail. See you then.